Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Oh, hallelujah.
Amen.
I want to do two things this morning. First and foremost, I want to let us understand the direction of our study going forward from here. For the next 2 months, we are going to be studying on the integrity and ministry of the Word. The integrity and ministry of the Word. Amen. And the Holy Ghost has instructed me to go in this direction for a number of reasons. But let me explain some of these reasons from Scripture. Help me put Hebrews chapter 4 on the board for me. Hebrews 4, verse 12, from the Amplified Translation. It's nothing like being in God's presence. I tell you, nothing can be compared to it. You know, when I'm there, I feel like everything is perfect. Have you ever felt that way? If you are in a place of prayer, you just feel like everything is okay.
Yes, sir.
Until you come out. Then all the thing just wakes up. Oh man, but it's good to be there. I was there all through the night. Oh boy. And I heard great and wonderful things that I cannot say. One of it is we're not going to do mingle.com on Wednesday. Oh, English. No. The Lord is calling us to prayer. He's calling us to prayer. So we're going to have prayer and fasting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to all meet here to pray for 3 days. I'm so sorry. I'm just following the instruction. But you know, in the prayer meeting, the prayer team, we were praying about this yesterday. Now, that is something that God is set to do for us. That's a wave of glory that is coming. But then there are enemies around. So God says, hold on your mingle.com. You guys go into prayer. So nothing stops the glory of God from manifesting. So every one of us, we just finished with 8 days fast. Because I said 3 days starting tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then on Sunday, we can do mingle.com. But we've got to pray. I couldn't sleep. He was on me. He was strong on me to pray. Prayed all through the night. And yet, I've still not gotten the release yet. I got to go back to pray. Because some of you, the testimonies is hanging there. Your name is on it. But we've got to pull it down. You get it? For some of you, I don't know what the enemy is planning. One of us said got a call that they had a dream that she was going to be involved in an accident. We can't take those things lightly. Nobody here will die before that time.
Amen.
I told her at age 120, I will give you out in marriage.
Amen.
If you're still interested.
Amen.
You think Sarah was when the king of Egypt was eyeing her? You think she was 15? No, she wasn't 15. She was old, but yet she was glorious. If I catch you getting old here, you'll be in trouble. I speak of myself, I'm the same yesterday, today. So when you come next year, I'll still be like this. Then, when I get to 100, I'll be building muscles. You don't get a six-pack. I'm wearing suit again, I'll wear muscle top. So when I come to preach, I preach like this. So you know God is good.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
But all these things we must do on our knees. This is our secret. This is our secret. We get down and we pray. So we're going to pray according to instruction. And then he said also I should teach on the integrity and ministry of the word. He said because many come, they don't understand. He says many have come from different places, haven't taught different things. He says I've got to harmonize your faith. Many come and you think that, oh, this person is my helper. Whereas, if God doesn't put in their hearts to help you, there's no way they can help you. So there's some uncles you are calling, they're not picking your calls. Why would they pick? Every month you call them. They are tired of your phone calls. Or maybe they are not the one God wants to use. But because they are your uncles, you pester them. You make them feel guilty for not helping you. Hi. No, it's not so. You must know where to put the pressure. You don't put the pressure on people. The Bible says of Jesus Christ, I didn't commit myself to men, if I know what they are. No. Do you know all the things we've got to do here? We don't call nobody. We don't even, you don't come here with, we say, oh, we're offering, we raise offering for building, we raise offering for car, we raise offering for clearing the bushes, we raise offering for pastor's oil, palm oil in his kitchen, we raise offering for his shoelace, we raise offering for his haircut, we raise offering for everything. We don't do none of that there. Because you see, you are not our source. We never sat down to pray, God send us millionaires here. Somebody that can come and foot our bill. We don't pray such. No. We turn you into millionaires. That's what this church is about. So that's how we're not beggars. There are churches, they travel abroad. What they go and do, they go and raise offering abroad. They preach and collect offering and raise offering and come back here. If I'm traveling abroad, I'm going to rest. Maybe my friends there say, okay, come and preach. I preach. I'll preach there a couple of times. I don't raise offering. No, you are not my source. I keep telling you, you are not my source. No. No, you are not. There are times I've driven my car to church on empty. Yes. But those times say you people, you don't hear it. You don't hear it. I preach you good. And I get back in the car, I drive it back on empty. Because probably I've released my faith for fuel to come. It didn't come at that time. And I'm driving, I'm speaking in tongues. The car is moving me. They say we're not preaching faith we borrowed. The faith we've lived. If I say God will provide, I'm not telling because somebody said God will provide. No, I've lived it. If I say hold on, God will do it. Hold on, He will do it. Because I've experienced it. There's one time the thing, I speak in tongues, the tongues, the thing move. Got to what they call Games Village. And the thing just I saw Holy Ghost move. You see, it's Holy Ghost said this car will move today. And then I rolled it at the roadside and I parked there. I was coming from church. I could have been upset. Lord, why? But you called me. No. Little did I know that the person God has sent to come and do the miracle was driving behind me. And then the guy put, Pastor, what happened? I said, no, this car just refused to move. I said, just refused to move. I said, what's the problem? Is it engine? I said, I don't know, it just refused to move. I know, of course, I knew there was no fuel. It's okay, let me check. I said, okay. Checked, everything is okay. He said, oh, there is no fuel. I said, there's no fuel? I said, how? Of course. Yeah, that's true. Took his car, went to get fuel, drove it back to fuel, fill it up, and brought it back to me.
Hallelujah.
I said, God bless you. Got in my car and I drove off, singing songs of praise. You a few small problems, you are crying. You want to kill yourself. Small problem. No Maggie, you are crying. Crying because of money. You understand? You understand? Because you are at the bottom, you are crying. Because if you don't, I won't go to church next week. Don't come. Don't come next week. You think you will change God? No. Don't make any human being your source. Don't. God may use them, fine. But they are not your source. Put that place on the board for me quickly. It says, for the word that we speak. Did you see that? The word that we speak is what? It's not dead. The word is alive. That's why, listen, the only thing we do here is the word. Nothing else. I don't give you principles, 10 steps to prosperity. No. I don't teach 14 steps to breakthrough. No. There are no 14 steps to breakthrough. If it doesn't bless you, can climb 14 steps, you won't be blessed. Except God opens the door for you. Except He opens it. So the word we speak, it says they are, oh my God, alive and what? This word, this same thing you are joking with. This is your breakthrough, is right here. Not in any man's hand. I have senators who come to see me. I have governors that I pray for. One day they will come. When they come, ask them, has they ever called you to ask for money? They will say, lie. Instead, we beg him to give him. We're not beggars here. And if you are a member of this church, that should be your mentality. Your pastor is not a beggar. You can't be a beggar. What we do, I don't even tell them. We did mobile kitchen, none of them that did it. None. If afterwards, it's, you didn't tell us. So why would I come and tell you? Are you a member of my church? If you've heard you want to give. Don't expect me to call you and tell you to come and give. What's the meaning of that? So that if one phone call, if I want them here now, one phone call, anything they are doing, they will leave it and come here. Because of honor and respect. Then you go begging, they don't respect you. I have plenty of them like that. You see your call, this man is like, I know what he wants. Because they are beggars. They beg everywhere. If God calls you, He will provide.
Yes, sir.
And if He doesn't provide, stay there. I'm not afraid of discomfort. I'm not. Because I understand it. For this word we speak is alive and full of power, making it active, operative, energizing, and effective. It is sharper than any two-edged sword. It says it penetrates to the dividing lines of breath and life. This word, this same word, that will give you to read, you don't read it. You don't know what you're doing. It will penetrate anywhere. It will penetrate anywhere. It will get anything done. Hi. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It says it penetrating and dividing to the dividing lines of the breath of life, soul, the immortal spirit, and of joint and marrow, of the deepest part of our nature. Listen, if you want a man to favor you, is this. This will get to the deepest part of that man's nature and get him to get things done. So how to relate with the world and make the world do is what we are going to be studying for the next 2 months. The integrity of God's word. That this word cannot fail. You can't stand on it. I am not become it. You cannot. You can't throw yourself to this word and the word will not make you what God says you should be. It's impossible. That's the integrity of the word. So that your faith will not rest on the wisdom of man, but on the power of God. And the power of God is His word. So every one of you be here, get the CDs and listen. Now I've sat on this word times when it didn't show anything. I've sat on it. I've studied it. I'm still studying it. Can't get tired of studying it. If you want to pay your rent, this is it. You want a new car, this is it. Want to build your business, this is it. Everything you want is here. It's on the word. Put pressure on this word. Put pressure on it, not on any human being or your boss in the office or your office. Put pressure on this. Don't run from place to place and people to people. Put pressure on it. Sit with it. How to sit with it is what I want to teach you. Because I've sat. 2 Corinthians 9:8 we teach. Do you know how many years I sat on it before it started manifesting? You must learn to sit with it until it begins to produce. Sit with it. Sit with it until it begins to produce. Let me put Acts 20:32, I think, on the board for me. The integrity of God's word. It says, now, brethren, he said, I commit you to God. I deposit you in His charge, entrusting you in His protection and care. He said, then, and I commend you to where? Which word? Of His unmerited favor. It is what? Did you see that? Is it in your scriptures? He said, I commit you to God. He is depositing you to God in His charge and trusting you to His protection and care. He didn't stop there. He said, then I commend you to His word of grace, to the commandments and counsel and promises of His unmerited favor. He says, this word, this counsel, this promise, he says, it's able to what? Build you up. Not just build you only with muscles. It delivers to you your inheritance. It didn't say, I commit you to God, then I commend you to men. No, to His word. It will build you up. And then it will give you an inheritance among the saints. Some of you have inheritances you've never claimed. You have jobs and businesses aligned for you you've never claimed. You have opportunities you've never claimed. Favors that are meant for you you've never claimed. They are there, still with your name on them, but no claims. You have offices waiting for you, and until you come, they can't prosper. But you can't access. It's your inheritance, but you can't gain access to them because you've not claimed them. You don't know how. You think they're in one man's hand, one uncle's hand, one auntie's house. No. This is it. To his word, which is able to build you up and to give you an inheritance. Are you still here? Yes. Many of us today in church, today in many churches, we don't know how to relate with the word. We just think we just come to church and go home and that's it. No. This is your master key. This is the secret to God's power. It's his word. This is it. The secret to your breakthrough is his word. You've seen it. He said it's able to build you up. I don't know how much I have to say it so you can understand it. Because we've been trained to run from place to place. We've been trained to cry, thinking when you cry enough, God will hear you. You've been learned to grumble and complain. No, you've got to learn how to sit with it. You sit with it. You sit down with it. Yes. You sit there. You don't move. Unless he says move. You stay there. Say, God is able to make all grace come to me in abundance. So that I always, under all circumstances, whatever they need, I am self-sufficient. You stay there. They say, come, this is happening. You say, no, I'm here. God is able to, you say, has he come? You say, he hasn't come, but he's coming. God is able to make you stay. And you don't stay saying, hey, wow, everybody is moving forward. Hey, but only me. Oh God, show yourself strong. Remove this shame. Oh, where's my God? People are asking me, where's my God? Where's my God? Oh Lord, arise. He will not arise. He will not. Because the only thing that moves him is his word. He said, what exalted my word. Oh, my name. The only time I cry is when I'm praying for some of you. But challenges and difficulties don't make me cry. My wife is here, she will tell me. When I will ask you, are you okay? I say, I'm good. What's up? I say, oh, I give God all. Now we want to buy a property. The Calvary is ready for us. We're moving from here to the Calvary. We're moving in, depending on when they finish the restructuring and remodeling we're doing. Maybe like 4 to 5 months time we should be moving to the Calvary. I was told that place is going to cost us $580 million. Oh dear Jesus. Apart from the furnishings of the place. And I've told you, you won't hear us make noise here. What you hear is, it's time, let's move. And then we are gone. How? These are the things you've got to know. The integrity of the word. It's when you don't know that that word has integrity. That's when you begin to faint, fear, and say, oh God, landlord is coming. You now run and go and hide. No. Those days as I was going in faith, I wrote a check by faith. I gave to the landlord, said, take 2 weeks, the money will be there. Post-dated check. He said, are you sure? I said, go. 2 weeks, there was no money. The landlord came back. He came back. Very upset. upset with me. Of course, I was just growing in faith. It was stupid faith, but it was faith. I said, really, there is no money? He said, young man. I said, okay, don't worry, give it back to me. He says, I'm going to take it to EFCC. You gave me a check that is up. I said, you want to take me? I said, no problem, let me go and get my value. I took the check back again. I wrote another date, 2 weeks. I said, take. He said, if anything, this one, I will come here with police. I said, no problem. I didn't go back and cry. I said, oh Lord, you want to disgrace me. If you are afraid of shame, you can't rise. You won't rise. People are talking about me. Let them talk. When your testimony manifests, the amount will change. It's because of the fear of shame that some of you run up and down. They want to come and disgrace me. You can't disgrace me. Somebody sent me. When the landlord left, of course I was sweating. I went back in and I said, oh Lord, my God. Then I was standing on Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I what? Shall not. That's the word I was standing on. So I said, that's why the faith I'm teaching, I didn't borrow it. I grew in that faith. And it works. 1 week passed. And those days there was no alert, so you can't tell what is there and what is not there. Until you go to the bank and the customers have a check for you. So 2. And the Monday is going to be 2 weeks. I know the man's going to come on Monday. And then that Sunday I was invited to preach somewhere. And of course I have friends there who were in the House of Rep and senators, and one was the Minister of Information then. We were the one that went to pray for him before they put him in the office. He's still in this. And I preached myself good. I was preaching, I was watching. Preaching and watching. Hoping that, God will have sent somebody ahead of me. I finished preaching powerful sermon that day. Everybody was blessed. And then I didn't let them escort me to where they receive ministers to give you refreshment. I said, let me just greet the people. In case God has sent somebody, let me not miss the person. Everybody came and greeted me. Nobody said, oh, the Lord said. I said, one day is coming. Then Pastor Terry, then Joker's husband, he was the one that was driving me. So he drove. We were in his car, we were driving back. I was living in Maraba then. So driving back to Maraba. I was just in my heart talking to God, say, God, what's happening? And as we got to AY Abacha Barak, that's Abacha Barak there? Yes, we got to Abacha Barak. Then my phone rang. He said, hello, hello. Then the minister was the one who said, hello, my pastor, how are you, sir? So I gave God all the glory. They said, where are you now? I said, just on my way. So I couldn't make it for service. I just got back to the country. I said, I was told. They said, is it possible to see you? I said, when? He said, my wife just made lunch and she was telling me, I wish Pastor Sam can come. I said, I'm coming. I said, but sorry, turn in this one way, turn back. And we turned. I couldn't wait for that lunch to finish because he was telling me, oh, this project that was building an estate in Bitama at the time. I need to take you to the estate so you can see it. I don't want to give it to Nigerians. I want expatriates to come in so they can pay me up front in dollars, blah, 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 blah. I said, no problem. If that's what you want, I will get it done for you. No problem. Then we finished lunch. I said, okay, I'm exhausted. Let me go and rest. It's okay, Pastor. He said, oh, hold on, Pastor. I said, hey. They say I'm serving a living God. And he went inside and came out. So, Pastor, whilst I was out of the country 2 weeks ago, hey, see that? 2 weeks ago, that's when I was praying. So God said to me, send 1.5 million to Pastor Sam. So, but I couldn't do it because I was out of the country. So next time, don't be doing this. Because I'm going to EFCC now. And the rent then was 350,000 naira. Many years back, 2002 or so. 350,000 naira. And God gave me 1.5 million. So when I say we've lived this faith, sometimes we've done stupid things in the name of faith, but yet God comes through. I have so many testimonies to share on the integrity of God's word. Psalm 23, the Lord is mentioned. The day I prayed, He gave me that word. He said, you shall not want for anything. I held on to it. In my waiting, I wasn't crying. I was declaring that word. I shall not want. When the landlord came, I didn't run and go and hide. I stood on that word, saying, go, money would come. I don't know why you run. Just run. As if you are alone. Anyway, that's what we are going to learn. And my prayer is, especially for the men, if you're a man here, be in service. Because the life of a man is not easy. The life of a man is not easy. Because family will ride on your back. Your children will ride on your back. Your wife will depend on what you say. Her faith is on you. Her confidence is on you. Your whole community may be depending on you. That's the life of a man. That's why men die early. Because they've not learned how to transfer their pressure to God. They carry it all by themselves. All of you men, young, old, you must come so that you learn to walk with God based on His word. Time will come when you'll be paying school fees of 3 million naira, 5 million naira for one child. Will you go and steal? They start honing your faith so that before you get married, that faith is producing. Already, before the woman comes, faith has started producing. You've learned how to walk in the world. Not run from place to place. Or send your wife to come borrow money on your behalf. Weak men do that. So you know if you know how people are. If you go now, they will give. But if me I go, you say, you send your wife to go and borrow money from you. Don't let me hear. The day I hear it, I will expel you from heaven. Men don't do that. So before you begin to carry commitment, start working on your faith. Work on it. So that when pressure begins to come, you tell them, relax, all of you. Relax. The God that I serve will supply. Not your wife is the one praying. I know women now, they like solving problems. They will run up and down, they will do all kinds of things, you'll be sleeping. And when they borrow and come and give you, collect it, I love you, I love you. Look how useless love is that. Oh. The way God designed life, a woman was not supposed to work. But she was supposed to enjoy all the nice things that life can offer. That's our work. So all men The man in this house, you've got to learn it. Praise the Lord. Keep yourself God's word. Oh man. You remember when we were in Savannah Suite and they shot us out one time? We've been disgraced. We've been embarrassed several times. It's just that I don't get ashamed. That's the problem. I don't even do that. Ashamed. Sunday morning, we all went. They were all going to church to go and prepare. They locked the door and said, "You cannot enter." So we have not paid. As I usually called me or you, somebody called. I came there. They said, "Can I enter?" I said, "Okay, let's do church by the poolside." They said, "No, you can't use our poolside." I said, "But this one is free now." Ashamed. How? Then once somebody from church went to ATM, collected money. Then the rent was 50,000 per use. Paid, then we did service. Then that Monday, somebody drove to my house and gave me a receipt. Not a member of our church. Went there to pay for a long time for us. Paid, collected receipt, came to the house and gave it to me. I said, "Who told you?" I said, "You asked Pastor, you shouldn't be asking." I went to pay a couple of months. Receipts. Don't be afraid of shame if you are working with the word. Yes. And say, today now, 50K that we couldn't do then. I don't even think of it. What we do here is over 300 something a month that we spend. Now we are looking at 500 million. And even those times, did you ever come to raise offering those times? Not at all. So we didn't start today. That's why you can be looking fresh as you are here. Because nobody is putting you under pressure. But people can pay tithe because if you pay tithe, they will calculate it. This person has hammered. The pastor will now call you. You know the back of the church that is falling. So we need to raise it up. You understand? So I just need you to. Somebody actually complained to me that up to the palm oil that they call from pastor's house, every time she pays tithe, until the money finishes, they don't stop. So now what she's done is she has they pay her. She will now be paying the tithe small, so that they cannot calculate. I laughed. So when she came to New Breed, she stayed 3 months. Nobody's called her. Nobody said it. She brought tithe. Nobody called her. Then she did one job, and of course, she told me everything. I knew when they paid her. She didn't pay tithe, and nobody called her. She came to report and said, "Pastor, you didn't even call me that you come and pay my tithe." I said, "What's my problem with you? I should call you to come and pay tithe. Don't pay." That's why she started telling me all of these things. She was testing us to see if this church is like that church. I said, "So what did you find out?" So she was so ashamed of herself. There's a church like this. I said, "There are plenty of them. Find out." And I said to her, "You see, you don't even have the money we need." I said, "You don't even have the money we need now. You don't have it. Talk less of now calling you." I say, "This weight of if I put it on you, it will sink." She's still a daughter of she's out of the country, and she still pays that tithe from out of the country. can I say? Don't run. The problems won't kill you. They want to come and embarrass me. Nothing like that. The one that thinking embarrass me. You know, that's one certain time I was living in Betama at the time. I couldn't pay the rent. 1.5 million. I couldn't pay. I prayed and fasted. 3 months. The money didn't come. I called the agents. I said, okay, I'm moving out. Where am I going? Nowhere. I packed all my things. My wife then, Jada. Jaden wasn't born at the time. And next time my sister was with me. And I called my sister, my wife's sister's husband in Sunnyvale. They lived in 2-bedroom. I said, well, we have to move out. I need a place to stay. He said, Pastor, what? He said, let us make a case with you. You can be there free of charge. Make it. I said, it's his house. If I'm not paying, I won't stay. I won't go to court so I can stay free. So I'm not like that. He said, so let me leave. I'm a child of God. I carry my things. We stayed in his 2-bedroom. He has 2 children also. They stayed in one room. We stayed in one room. We packed our things in different places. Nobody knew in this church. For 6 months. I still came to preach. But nobody knew. They didn't even know where I was staying. So, being kicked out of the house, I've experienced it. And I didn't see shame that came with it. I didn't see shame. Mind you, at that time, I still have these spiritual sons that are senators and governors. It was after we moved to the house I live now that one of them found out. He said, oh, Pastor, you should have told me. I said, are you the one that called me? The one that he should have told you. You shouldn't say I should have. He should have told you. I didn't tell you there's a problem. I there for 6 months. And the 6 months I prayed my spirit and soul out. 1.5 didn't come. His 100K will come from here, 50,000 from here, 20,000 from here. We saved it for 6 months. By the time it was 6 months, we got 1.3 something. I called the landlord there, we saw the house, and then we gave him what we had and balanced it afterwards. There are some things you run from. They are the steps to your next breakthrough. But because you are running or you are afraid of shame, you remain in one place. That's why when you call me or you send me messages, oh Pastor, they want to, I laugh. I say, let them do it to you. Go through it. Even some places that they will come on pulpit, can you imagine what I'm going through? I'm suffering for the Lord. And you're all just watching. They quickly raise offering. They say, God has blessed you. He didn't bless you. You collected money from people. Not once did I mention it in my preaching. Not once. So don't tell me, there's nothing you want to tell me I've not experienced. Is it no food? Myself, my wife, and my children didn't have food for 1 month in my house. The only person that brought food was my sister Esther when she was coming from, is it camp or youth service? Youth service. She brought 1 basket of, what do they call that thing? Sweet potato. That's what she brought. We ate it for 1 month. Roasted it, fried it, boiled it, did everything to it. Sometimes you use it with salt, sometimes with oil, sometimes with red oil, sometimes with granite oil. You just change it so that it will be different. That's why I love my wife. Never once did her face change. Never once did you tell me, did God call you? Never once. Not once. Not once. Sister, I don't want to talk to you. I'll carry her face. Not once. You say, if this is what it takes, let's stay here. Many days I won't eat because it's not enough. And I didn't call anybody. Like some of you will do today. Then when they don't give you, be cursing them. Cursing them. Curse that won't work. That's why some of your pastors, that's all I know, they don't have it. They teach you, but they don't have it. They can't live by faith. Cannot. I was told of one who, Jesus Christ, all kinds of things just happened. This old car stopped by the road. Of course, it's old. Stopped somewhere around, this the men of God somewhere there. Then he called his, the chairman of, when they give you position in church, chairman of something. He thought he was just coming to come and see pastor. He said, I'm by the road, please come. That one drove his car and came there. He came down, collected his car key, gave the one his own car key, claimed the car from that day. I'm telling you, real life in this city. Collected the guy's car key, entered the guy's car, transferred his things to the guy's car. Sir, can you be driving this car? Your pastor. This is what your pastor is driving. And like as if it was a joke, he drove off in it. And it became his car. Then you say they have faith. They don't have faith. They just use people and call it faith. Of course, it's his pastor now. It's the person he happened to that said it. It's his pastor now. Got somebody to come and check what was wrong with the car, managed it, or he was able to get another one. The same person drove that one for 3 months. Then latest GL came out. A woman in the church was driving latest GL. Came out and said, give me the GL key. Collected it, the one he took from that other chairman. In this town, in Abuja, not somewhere else. Say, how can you be driving latest car? Your pastor is driving this kind of car. Oh, praise the Lord. Gone are those days when we had men of God who were men of God. When we had men of God who stayed with God until God came through for them. Gone are those days. And we had men who had faith. Faith for impossible things. That's why the testimony those days can't be compared to what we have these days. We're going to pray for the church. We're going to pray for the church. Pray for the leaders of the church. Because there is no faith. It's all calculation. That's why the church is poor. The church is broke. How can you do that? That's stealing. In the name of God. You steal. Take people's things by force. What of the one that, oh my goodness, that came into town to come and preach? They invited him to come into town. Then the protocol officer's brother said, take my car, go and pick man of God. Latest, what they call rain, not rain, forgotten car. And then they picked the man of God. As they got into town, say, I see accident. See accident. Who is the owner of this car? You don't say, no, it's my brother. I see accident. The person driving is not the owner of the car. He said the only way this car will not have accident is if I'm the one sitting on it. Collected the car right there and there. And they entered the hotel, came down, took the car key. Said from now, it became his car. If anybody else drives this car accident, thank God the guy's brother is a madman. All them say, where is my car? He say, what? They say, they say there is death on the car. Which kind of death? They say, by accident. So let me die. My one car I struggled to, I would die inside. He took police from first headquarters to learn what kind of thing. Those are the people that is pastoring you. Those are the pastors you have who don't have faith. They teach it and shout it, they don't have. Can't fast, can't even pray. Talking of now waiting on God for God to do it. That's why even the church, if you are led by a pastor without faith, you too won't have. Because faith comes by word. And hearing by the word of God, not by theories and principles. So please, every man, businessman, businesswoman, student, everybody, don't miss any service for the next 2 months. And don't just attend, get the message, listen, because faith comes by hearing. I make people rich. You can't be here and not be rich. Not because I come and give people money. No. It's a grace. The grace is in the word. Once you accept it, it makes you. Lot stayed with Abraham. Not once did Abraham give Lot money. Not once. But as Abraham was prospering, Lot also was prospering. Grace. So you can't be here and your business will work. You can't be here and not marry or have children or grow or get rich. You can't. It's impossible. Except something is wrong with you. There's a man I met in this town who was sleeping in his car at Transcorp Hilton. In this town. Didn't have a job, didn't have nothing, didn't have a house. Today, that man is rich. He has 16 cars in this company. His grace. When I say I can't be broke, I can't be poor. When I call all these people, no, that's not faith. You are calculating on people. But our word is 2 Corinthians 9:8. All grace, every favor, and every blessing. Say, Father, thank you for all favors and every blessing comes to us in abundance. We are self-sufficient to acquire that property. Thank you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Full stop. I'll come and announce it that we've got it. That's faith. That's faith. That's what I want for all of you to have. If this is your church, that's what I want you to have. Live your life by it. Don't run from challenges. Don't run from suffering. Don't run. Don't run. Suffering won't kill, it will make you. That's why I can pastor this church today without fear or putting anybody under pressure. Because I've gone through it. I've come out better. I have daughters here and sons who do business. They're not afraid to come and tell me this is business, this is the amount of the business. When I do it, now this is what I'm going to, this will be my profit. They say it. Because you know, when you finish talking, nobody will call you from church office. Where are you? Pastor said I should call you that our diesel has finished. Come and buy it. Nobody. All of them. My daughter Barry here, I'm a signatory to her account. I'm chairman of her business. So when she want to spend money, she come, I sign, she sign. I ask question, why are you spending here? Why is this one here? Why is this one here? I say, okay, I sign it. She's not afraid to say, Pastor, they gave me this job, this is the amount of the job. Because never once have I give her prophecy and then collect. So this what I want to give you now is expensive. Very expensive, 2.5 million. Quickly do it and then I'll tell you the word. That's it. That's it. And every word I've ever given, you all will hear it here. Yes, sir. And then it happens, she shares the testimony. Yes, let's leave this business alone. So that's the same faith I want you to have. And it comes by the hearing and hearing by the word. So get the CDs, get MP3, plug it to your ear, hear it until it begins to work for you. This place is not business center. It's not. If you want business center, you know where they are. Go there. If you can't sit with the word until the word makes you, please go there. This place is not for you. It's not. We prophesy here with as the Spirit leads. Not every Sunday you come and have a word for you. One time I will lie. Because I have to keep up now. And after a while I'll stop prophesying over you, start with new persons. Because the one I gave you didn't receive. Go somewhere. This is a word-based church. We teach the word. You can't come here and hear theory. We teach the word, the full gospel. And if it's not enough for you, I can't do more than that. We are plenty. Go. You got to die your seat, somebody will come and sit there. But I guarantee you, if you can wait on the word, oh, you'll be so blessed. It says, the blessings of God don't what? And you can't say you are blessed when you can't eat well. You are eating, you are watching your back. What kind of blessing is that? You can't say you are blessed when you hear home, you go, who is that? Go and check. You send your wife to go and check. Then when they are coming, you say, wife, I tell them I'm not around me. You enter silly and go and hide. God's blessing makes rich. It doesn't add sorrow. That's what you should go for. It's really that blessing that you can transfer to your children. I said it one time here. I said my children can't be broke. They cannot. They can't. They can't be poor. And every child born here can't be poor. Because what we enjoy here is called generational blessing. After you, it will move to them. After them, it will move to their children. And their children's children. And if you are here today, it's your first time. I don't know where you are coming from. I don't know what you came to see today. Whether you came, they tell you this pastor can see. I can see. But I'm not seeing today. I'm not seeing today. Sorry. Maybe if you come next week Sunday, I will. If I see you, I will see. But today, seeing is not coming. But make here your home church. Continue with us. Renew your mindset on the word. And then the word will give you what the word says. Sitting in front of you are many testimonies. People who have come here and God has turned their life inside out. They are all sitting down there. Millionaires are here. They are seeing it up here. There are governors sitting down here today. You may not look like it, but as you sit with the word, it will make you. One day, as we are driving, is your campaign picture that will be everywhere. I say, yes. Do you know that's my daughter? They say, yes, I know. You don't know? That's my daughter. I will announce you everywhere I go. And then one day, you'll be sworn into office. That is it. You are here. Today you may not have transport. You may even have come, somebody even paid for you to come here. It's okay. Life has little beginning. But stay. One day you'll be giving somebody transport to come. We have those testimony here. You may have come, don't have food in your house. No problem. Drink water and sleep. If you don't have, you drink water, take your saliva inside and sleep. But one day is coming where food won't be your problem. The day is coming. But please, this is the way. Sit with the word. The word would make you. Praise the Lord.